Hi children, good evening. Now we are going to continue the chapter 6 sensory organs. We have completed the structure of ear, isn't it? So then now um, we are going to see caring of ear and ear diseases. How to take care about your ear and what are the diseases and what's the problems of the ear. I think you know that if we get any problem for the ear, we have to go for the ENT specialist. Ear, nose, and throat. So one doctor is specialized in all these three organs. So we have to consult for them. Okay. And you can see on the screen, there are different parts where we get the problem in the ear nose contact. Sinusitis here, middle ear infection, fluid in the ears, enlarged part of the glottis part, chronic allergies, upper respiratory tract infections, chronic ruptures, ruptured eardrum. These are all the diseases which are having connection with what? Ear. And if you see the care, what care we have to take for the ears? Mostly we should not put very sharp things inside the ear, isn't it? Pencils and even the buds, earbuds also. But once you are using earbuds, we have to take care about that. And we have to take care about the children. They should not put insert the small things in the ear. So we have to observe them because they are children. They will play with small things and accidentally they will put, or without knowing they will keep throw inside that, then it will reach it spoil the eardrum. Okay. And those care also you have to take. Once you get any pain, immediately better to go for the doctor or to take the ear drops. Okay. And here the doctor is cleaning the ear because you know that wax is present mostly and the dust particles will reach. We have seen in the structure of the ear, isn't it? So that we have to make clean the ears at least 3 months or 6 months once. Okay. And when you are swimming, the water will enter into the ears. So we have to take care about that also. Once you are going for swimming and you have to put the cotton buds or something not to enter inside the ear, the water. Okay. And should not put too much sound for hearing something, and you should not go the places where too much sound pollution. That also causes the damage of the ear and eardrum. And should not pour boiled oils, leafy juices in the ear. Mostly people will say, village people and the traditions or something, they will say you have to put this juice and that juice to clean the ear or stop the pain in the ear and all this. So we should not do those all the things. And it may cause even deafness also, that one. Okay. And any blockage because of ear wax. Already you know that we have wax inside the ear, isn't it? And use the ear drops or a few drops of coconut oil to loosen it. So if you put the coconut oil or if you put the ear drops, what will happen? The wax will get soft. It is not hard. If it is hard means we can't hear properly. So if you put that one, then it becomes soft so that you can clean it immediately. Okay. Avoid the noisy sounds. That is very important. And phones sharing and even the other earplugs, this should not be shared from others. You have to use your own earphones and your own what plugs, earplugs. Okay, these are the some precautionary methods not to get any type of the diseases or any type of problems of the ear. Okay, and ear diseases. What are the ear diseases? Common ear diseases like formation of pus. There is a formation of pus if you are having any infection in the ear. Okay, and infection of eardrum. These are also causes because of bacteria and fungal infections. If whatever the infection occur, we have to consult immediately to the qualified doctor and should get precautionary methods. You know, this normal human right tympanic membrane is like this. If there is any rupture is there to the tympanic membrane, so these are the ruptures, then we may not hear. So we get loss in hearing. That's why whenever you use the pencils and all, what will happen? This layer will get hurt, will get the whole parts. So and once it is, you will get the rupture of this eardrum, then you may lose the sound. That means hearing thing. And these are the some medicines. If you use this one, then what? Remove of ear odor, and then clean up ear wax, and then repair of auditory canal, and prevention of ear diseases. These are all takes part if you use proper ear drops. Okay. And the next one, nose. Nose is also a sensory organ, isn't it? And the structure of nose, already you know that external nose has two nostrils, external nostrils. Inside that there is a nasal cavity, and this nasal cavity divides by means of a septum, the hard bone-like structure. And inside the nasal cavity there are three main parts to avoid the dust particles and all. One is cilia, like means hair are present, and there are mucus glands to catch the dust particles, and also to make moist condition in the nose so that the air will pass on, diffuse inside for breathing, isn't it? The third one is there are so many blood capillaries are there which are maintain the what? The temperature of air which is enter inside the body, because our body temperature and whatever the gases enter inside the nose, it should be equal. So maintaining that one, the blood capillaries are very important. That's why when you hurt very with simple way, then you can bleed the nose, isn't it? So you should not hurt the nose. Okay, and these are the important parts which we can see. Olfactory receptors also present in the mucous membrane, so that we can get the smell of the various materials, isn't it? Smell and our nose. How we can smell with our nose? Sensing the odor of possibly dangerous food. We can know which type of food is good and which type of food is bad by means of what? Smell. And some animals, they are having some type of scent so that they can know about the predators which are coming nearer to them to give harm for them. Because of that scent only, they will move out from that area. This is having animals, okay? And even humans use this sense of smell in conjunction with taste to locate and identify food and avoid the spoiled food, isn't it? There is a connection between the taste and the smell. When you smell, then your saliva will secrete in the mouth so that you will eat the food. If the smell is not good, you won't touch that food materials. That means we can understand which one is good food and which one is what? The food which is having some bad smell. Understood? Like that, we can differentiate it. And also, uh, the nose, when we will get uh, what we can say mucus more during the time of cold, we may not feel hungry. Why? Because we won't even uh, feel the taste of the food when we have cold. Why? Because that is the interconnection in between the nose and tongue taste buds. Okay. And here you can see the olfactory receptors. Olfactory means smell. Nasal septum, I told you. Mucous membrane and nostril cavity. These are the main important parts. It traps the dust and warm the air from rich supply of blood before entering lungs. Just now I discussed this one, isn't it? And these are the functions of the nose. Already you know that airway, it pass on for respiration and it make moisture and warm air, filter the air, whatever the dust particles or any germs are there. And site of olfactory, that means for smell. And resonating, that means it sound waves. Hold your nose closed and see how you get sound. You know that we can make different type of sounds when you close the nose. Normal sound and closing nose, that will give the different sound, isn't it? So these are the importance of what? Nose and the function of the nose. Now you see here, smell, olfaction, these are the chemical events in the nose. Odors, which are important to receptor proteins, which are associated for specialized nerve cells. Okay, then we can contact with the outside environmental conditions. So whatever the changes that takes place in the environment, which concern for the smells, flowers, there are so many flowers are there. Because of the smell only we can understand what is the smell of what, isn't it? And the same way, if you close the eyes and because of the smell we can understand what food we are eating without seeing also. So that means smell is that much sensitive to identify the various type of the materials, various type of the flowers. And by even by smell itself, we can understand the animal also, isn't it? All these are the because of what? The olfactory activity. And receptors which present in the skin lining in the walls of the nose, which are very sensitive and which will give the order for the chemicals. And whatever these all smells will collected and make to enter into the brain. Then the brain will interpret that one, understand the type of the smells. And smells mostly give the signals for the what? For animals. And where the signals will go on for our body, that is hypothalamus. It is the important part which is present in the brain, which coordinate the nervous system and endocrine system. And so that the hormones will release. And according to the hormones activity, we will react. The hairs which are present in the mucus, that means in the nasal cavity, which is important to collect the dust and the germs. Okay, so like that, the nose is very important as a sensory organ. So you can see here what the care we have to take for the nose. Okay, and taking care, take a proper care of your nose by washing it with water as you take bath and during nasal infections, or by washing them with lukewarm salt water. Okay, so that we won't get any type of the infections for this nose activity. Okay, okay, go through this one properly, listen properly and check the diagrams, then you can understand very easily. Take care. Bye.